So we're about to leave to drive to Boston to go to HONK, but before we do, we're gonna harvest some herbs so that the HONK musicians have lots of tasty things to eat.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Somerville, Massachusetts, the second line Social Aid and Pleasure Society Brass Band.
We're about halfway done, and this is how much we have. Okay, you think this is enough sage for 400 people? Enough oregano for 400 people. God, it smells so good.
Wish you could smell it on the internet. This is holy basil, not to be confused with holy basil, also known as sacred basil. This is holy because it has holes. We have slugs.
Now we're harvesting holy chard. No, this is not chard.
This is collard.
Not sellable, still edible.
This is collard. More than we could fit in the box. Probably not enough for 400 people, but a lot.
Now we're cleaning the vegetables and putting them on ice so that they last until the meal. The last thing we're harvesting today is apples from this gigantic apple tree.
Look at the size of these. They're huge.
Holy crap.
So big.
Oh wow.
This is amazing.
Wow. Yeah, why don't you just hand them to me? What?
Forks come in handy.
So there are all of these apples in the brush here. The trick is to find the good ones. Wow.
Well, we better go on the road then.
Yeah, we should. The following food items we are taking from East Brook to HONK.
Collards, basil, sage, oregano, apples, celery, 1 trombone.
Hi, Harriet.
Hey, welcome.
Welcome, welcome. How are ya?
I'm well. So nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
You ready to hear the mission?
I'm ready.
First thing we need to do is we need to go meet Trudy and pick up the key to the church. And then we have to go meet 3 Speed and get some fruit from 3 Speed. And then maybe we'll be dumpstering if we don't fall asleep first.
Okay.
Cool. Well, I'm so happy to be back.
Hi, Telos.
Telos, hi.
Hi, John.
Hey, how are you? Do you want some
Wear it with
tea
pride.
or
Yeah.
beer or
I'd love
water?
some tea.
There's 35 women in this band from Seattle. They call themselves Filthy Femcore. And we saw them in Seattle, and they're really great. One of the beauties and also one of the downfalls of the festival, not downfalls, one of the negatives, I guess, is that people really think of it as an alternative universe. Like, you can do anything here. And it's not entirely, you can't do anything anywhere. And it feels like, our own universe, but then, there has to be some kind of social contract.
So, John, I wanted to ask you a question for a while. Which was, it's like 3 years ago now, I was at the Fastnacht Festival in Basel. I'm wondering, how deliberately is HONK trying to echo those European parades?
We were at Fastnacht in Basel in the 70s with Bread and Puppet Theater.
Really?
And I think for Trudy and I, my experience of street festivals and brass band music comes from working with Bread and Puppet Theater and seeing street festivals in different places around the world. So when we started to make the HONK festival, in my mind was, oh yeah, okay, street music and activist music and festival in the street, just being in the street and not like building stages and lighting rigs, electric sound and all of that complicated stuff, but just using public space for celebration. The idea of carnival, the city, the community coming together to celebrate in the streets and having music and fun and performance. It's in Basel and then throughout the Caribbean and New Orleans and everywhere in a way. Part of it is trying to like say, well, there are these great traditions of celebrating in the streets. We can make our own, create a tradition or create an event that would get at some aspects of that. At the bottom of carnival, all over the place, is some idea of turning things upside down and thinking about power structures and how they change or how they can be changed. I mean, that's sort of built into carnival. So in that sense, I think the activist element of the HONK festival is connected to that. Like sometimes we have rah-rah bands from Haiti. Rah-rah tradition and Haitian carnival tradition is all about like black folks making music and being in the street and making fun of the power structure.
Okay. Well, so you have what you need from us?
We got checks, we got keys. Thank you so much.
Great again that you're doing this. It's so appreciated.
It's like one of the most important things I do every year.
Oh my God.
It's a real big deal.
No.
Yeah, you come a long way. Well, it's very appreciated.
Yeah.
Now we have the key, and we are going to go to Artisans Asylum to pick up some fruit from 3-Speed and maybe go dumpstering. They might be gone. 3-Speed doesn't have a phone, so it's kind of like a wild goose chase, but we're gonna go there and we're gonna see what we get. Then we are going to unload at the church that we now have a key for. Here we are, Artisans Asylum. We are a bit locked out, waiting for 3-Speed. He missed 3-Speed, but he did leave us a nice crate of fruit on his porch.
Grapes, oranges, and apples.
Awesome. Here we are at the dumpster. There's some food in here for sure.
At the bottom of carnival, all over the place, is some idea of turning things upside down and thinking about power structures and how they change or how they can be changed. I mean, that's sort of built into carnival.
I love this dumpster. This dumpster is a special dumpster. Okay. This is perhaps the 100th time that I've jumped into this dumpster, but it never gets old. Each time I reach into a bag of trash and pull out apples or carrots, it's like entering into a special kind of upside-down world, where trash is treasure. The trash is valuable not just because the food tastes good, which it does, but because it reminds us just how beautiful the world can be when it's upside down. Fruit, eggs, meat, pastries, vegetables, flowers.
Remember, kids, always leave the dumpster cleaner than you found it.
Oh my God! It's stunning. Telos says thank you by scattering rose petals in the parking lot. Alright, should we head to the church?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go. Let's go.
We have just gotten to the church and going to start processing all the food we just dumpstered.
Telos is cleaning eggs so that we can make an omelet.
Got to break some eggs to make an omelet. Really?
Here's what we got. It's gonna grow, but this is a really good first day's start. It is 2 in the morning. It is time to go to bed. Video 1 of our HONK adventure is over.